First pitch coming your way next. And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We've got the American League Wild Card Series on the show. It's the Houston Astros taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. John Shabby and Chris Singleton with you. Game one is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture game one, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about to get started. And starting in this one, Shane McClanahan.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
All right, ready to go here. Jose Altuve up to hit here. 1-2 now. Altuve waits. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count. McClanahan, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. Payoff pitch. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
Next pitch is popped up. Diaz moves under it and makes the grab. And there are 2 down. Now we check out the Astros lineup. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series. And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
Sneaks through, base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
2 outs, runner at first. Kyle Tucker up next for the Astros.
Kind of a throwback. No batting gloves.
Next pitch off the plate, and that's ball 3. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch-to-pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
He goes down looking. So the Astros lead 1, and now the Rays will get their first opportunity in a scoreless ballgame. You're watching the American League Wild Card Series on the show. Back now in Tampa Bay. Today's starting pitcher, CRISTIAN JAVIER. What do we need to know here?
Well, he's got great stuff, but what makes his stuff even better is his delivery. Hides the ball for a very long time, high leg kick, and by the time the hitter sees it, it's right on top of him.
Bottom of the first, now the left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
The left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
The wide to kick the pitch. And that's in for a strike. And And now it's even up.
It's a good take.
The wind of the pitch. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Got him. And there's one down. Here's Wander Franco. The 1-1 is fouled off. The wind and the pitch. That one lifted to left. Alvarez in position. Makes the grab for the second out. All right, let's take a look at the Rays lineup. And the key to victory for them here, get their starter some run support early.
Boog, if they can get him that run support early, it's likely the other team folds because they know how dominant he can be once he gets settled in. So put pressure on that other team right away. Jump out to a lead early, and a few runs is going to feel like 30.
Next pitch way upstairs. Two down, nobody on. That one fouled off. 2-2. Kicks and fires. Swing and a line drive slicing into right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. We head to the second here at Tropicana Field. No score. Back here at Tropicana Field, all set for the start of the inning. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jeremy Pena. And a pitch. And 1-2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
And a swing and a miss. 1 out.
Oh, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
One down, base is empty. And down on strikes he goes. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
And here is C.J. Cron. There's a 1-1. Late with the swing there.
2 strikes.
And here it comes. Just misses with that one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, and it's a 3 up, 3 down inning. Astros are down quietly. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the second, and now it's Brandon Lau.
For the Rays, the second baseman, Brandon Lau.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. That's down and in. That's through there for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Ed Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Boogie's a really fair umpire, both the pitchers and the hitters. So standard strike zone, he's consistent with it. And the great thing is you don't see players questioning the calls too much. So that's a good thing in this day and age. Well, he froze him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Harold Ramirez at the dish. Next offering upstairs. Next offering is fouled back.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
The pitch. And now the count filled up 3-2. And that's ball four.
Just missed his spot on the inside right there.
One down. Now it's the DH, Nico Holsizer. The 1-1. And a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how'd I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
Christian Bethancourt next to hit for the Rays. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. And the right-hander deals. Got him. And the inning is over. Nothing across on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. We head on now to the top of the third. We're tied 0-0. On to the third inning, and stepping in for the Astros, Alex Bregman. And a 3-1 on the way. Foul ball. Three and two now. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And the pitch. Now a fly ball to right center. Auer drifts towards it. And there's one away. Here's Corey Lee. And a 1-1. Fly ball to right. Auer under it. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, the second baseman.
So the Houston lineup turns over. And next to hit for Houston, Jose Altuve. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. Strike 2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Misses off the plate. The count now 2-2. Top of the third, no score. Next pitch misses, and the count's full. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing there for Houston, and we're still knotted at 0. Back here at the ballpark, set for the bottom of the third, and now it's Jose Siri.
This guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for strike 3.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
So up next, Mason Hour. The pitch. And he walked him.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Now it's Randy Arozarena. He struck out swinging at his first at bat.
Good speed on the base pass. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or a run and hit.
Hour over at first with 1 away. Popped in the air, left side. Bregman settles under it. Drops into the glove. 2 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Now batting Wander Franco. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. And he deals.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
2-1 now. In the dirt, blocked. The tag, and that's out number 3, inning over. On to the 4th, still scoreless. Welcome back, and now the DH, Jose Abreu. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Here's Yordan Alvarez. The pitch. And now 2-1.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
Next one is off the plate, and that's ball 3. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. Arozarena makes the play. Out number 2. Here's Kyle Tucker. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field. I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
And now the lefty chopped to the left side. And he grabs it in foul ground. Pretty unique upbringing for Jeremy Pena, at least in terms of a kid who was born in the Dominican Republic, but then he moved to Rhode Island, not exactly a baseball hotbed, and he played his college ball. And the throw to first is there to put an end to the inning. One left for Houston, and we are still scoreless. And welcome back. John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Wander Franco. Next offering way upstairs. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. McCormick has it sized up. Makes the catch. And there's one down.
Third baseman number 2,
Yandy Diaz now. The Rays still looking for their first hit in this one. Pitch misses there, and the count's even at 2. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Lau at the plate. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Right-hander kicks, deals. That misses the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch, keep the at-bat alive.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Nothing doing for Tampa. Still no score. Back now in Tampa Bay, ready now for the 5th inning, and stepping in for the Astros, Chas McCormick. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. So now 1 and 2.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
In the dirt, Bethencourt down to first, in time to get him. 1 away in the strikeout.
Well, that's pretty much the dream 2-strike curveball if you're the pitcher. Hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path, and they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate, so that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Here's a 1-1. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
That's inside, and that's ball 2.
When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Now it's Alex Bregman. 0 for 1 with a flyout. And a pitch. Good eye right there. Pitch misses inside. And now 3 balls and a strike. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Here's the speedy catcher, Corey Lee. Flied to right his first time. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. And that chance handled. Throws to first. That's the 3rd out. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now up for Tampa Bay, Harold Ramirez. And now it's 1-2. The punch out there, and 1 gone.
Committed to that breaking ball just a little too much and couldn't pull the bat back in time. You know, once you get it going, it can be so tough to stop the momentum with that barrel. Good pitch, had him fooled.
And here it comes. And that one upstairs. Activity in the bullpen for Houston. Hunter Brown up and loosening in the pen. The pitch. That's inside. Righty delivers. High in the air, out to right. Tucker should have it. And puts the squeeze on that one. 2 away.
Now batting, the catcher, CRISTIAN.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Christian Bethancourt. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Pitch misses inside, and it's 2-1. Looked like it was a little bit up. The Rays hitless so far in the game. And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
Boo, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at bats?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that if they gave the pitcher a false scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Next offering misses down and away.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
I think the key is arm action on the changeup. When you can sell it like a fastball, you drop the velocity, you get the swing and miss, and you walk off the field.
Back here at Tropicana Field. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. The wind of the pitch. Fouls one off. 2-2.
Well, these Astros doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They haven't produced a run yet, but the pitch count for the starter is starting to climb, so they're hoping that starts to pay off soon. And I think they're in a good spot thanks to their pitching, but no one would be shocked if this offense strings something together to take the lead.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. Bethencourt moving under this one and puts the squeeze on that, and there's one down. Jose Abreu up to hit. And it is 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
There's a strike.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Tapped softly on the ground. Fires across the diamond. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
The left fielder, number 44, Yordan Alvarez.
Now it's Yordan Alvarez. 1 for 2. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base slugging too. Check swing, went around, and it's 1-2.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Diaz settles under it and makes the catch. And that's the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. 9, 1, and 2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. And we still have no score. Welcome back. And now the right fielder, Mason Auer.
The right fielder, Mason Auer.
Bunting for a hit, and he picks it up, and he'll put it in his pocket. To the right side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the left fielder.
So the Rays batting order turns over. Here's the left fielder, Randy Arozarena. First offering, runner goes. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Great jump.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if you can steal the bag, get into scoring position.
Auer leads off second with nobody out. In the air, center field. McCormick has it sized up. Squeezes it. Runner tagging for third. And the throw's offline. Safe at third.
The batter, number 5, shortstop,
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. CRISTIAN JAVIER out of the game, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. So a new pitcher out of the bullpen for the Astros, Hunter Brown. And he'll feature a hard slider to work off his fastball.
Hunter Brown.
Now the number 2 hitter, Wander Franco. Off the plate. Now 2 balls and a strike. Action in the pen down there. Seth Martinez, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Montero getting cranked up as well. No score here, but a runner at third with 1 down. Now a high fly ball out to left center. He dives, but he can't make the catch.
I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Yandy Diaz next to hit for the Rays. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
No, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in place somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
And a ball evens the count. Comebacker to the mound. Over to first. Lau out on the play. That is the inning. Rays get an RBI double. It's now 1-0. We go to the top of the 7th, and here now is the Astros cleanup hitter, Kyle Tucker. The tying run at the plate.
That's ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
That's off the mark. 3 balls and a strike.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
On the outside corner, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Tampa Bay's bullpen with some action. Pete Fairbanks warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Poche, a left-hander, also throwing. The pitch. And that one hit 97 on the gun. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Jeremy Pena, the next to hit. And now 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
Here's a 1-2. Way high.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The 2-2 now. Swings and misses, struck him out. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
So next up for Houston, Chas McCormick. Next pitch is downstairs. Looking to get the tying run on base. And another ball.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
C.J. Cron waiting to hit for Houston. Payoff pitch. Struck him out looking with the off-speed stuff. Astros go down 1-2-3. They still trail 1-0. Set for the last half of the 7th. Now, Harold Ramirez.
The first baseman, Harold Ramirez.
Next offering is in for a strike. And the righty deals. That one
Fastball
missed.
He wanted that fastball high and tight, looking for a strikeout. Just didn't locate it very well.
Ripped to right, base hit. Now he'll turn for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
He was all over that one. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
So a man aboard. Next to hit, Nico Holsizer. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Got him swinging.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a
Now
hammer or
catcher,
Uncle Charlie, and you can see
CRISTIAN.
why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Now here is Christian Bethancourt. Ramirez, the runner at second with one away. Popped up right side, lead, settles under it, puts it away for the out.
Well, that's a frustrating into the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Here's the center fielder, Jose Siri, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Ball to strike. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. That's back there. It's gone over the left field wall. He flexes his power with that swing, and they boost their lead. It's 3-0.
Well, not every home run is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But today, the conditions were right. He got just enough of it, and I think the backspin really helped that thing carry.
And stepping in for the Rays, Mason Auer. Next offering misses, and a count 2-1. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Snags it on the run. And that is that. The Rays with a 2-run homer. It's now 3-0. And now the first baseman, C.J. Cron. The Astros in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at-bat out of him right here.
The other way. Makes the grab on the run. And a quick out, number 1.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
The 1-1.
Ball inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Here's a 2-1. Swings through that.
It's so impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
And that one is inside.
Well, you put good velocity in the head of the hitter. He's got to get it ready early and then change speeds. Keep him off balance. That's the goal.
And there's ball 4.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to is just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
And now Kevin Cash out of the dugout and ready to make a move to the bullpen. Shane McClanahan won't go any further tonight. Great effort out of him as he exits in line for the win. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we get back. And the Rays, they go to the bullpen. Pete Fairbanks. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Corey Lee up next for the Astros.
Here's a run-scoring opportunity. You definitely got to push something across because it's not going to get any easier. You get to the ninth, you got a lockdown closer ready to come in.
Right-handed reliever.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And now the count is even. Up the middle. Nice stop. To second for 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Oh, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can...
Well, he settles under it in left, and that will end the inning. So a job well done by the Rays bullpen. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. Rays 3 and the Astros nothing. Now into the ball game on defense, Pedro Leon. He's the new third baseman.
Now playing third base.
So digging in, Randy Arozarena. The 2-1. That one hit to right. Tucker should have it. One up, one down.
The batter, number 5, shortstop.
Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Wander Franco. 1 for 3. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out.
2 strikes.
And a 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
That one the other way. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Down in order go the Rays, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Jason Adam.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Number 47, Jason.
Now it's the DH, Jose Abreu.
Leading off for the Astros, the designated hitter, Jose Abreu.
Kicks and fires. And now 2 balls and a strike. That's a little bit low. The 3-1. That one fouled off. Got it by him for the K. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Here's a 1-2. Line drive, caught.
That'll drive you crazy as a hitter if you let it. I mean, he couldn't have hit that ball more on the screws than he did, and yet he's got nothing to show for it. Hang with him. I know the feeling.
Kyle Tucker now at the plate. A strikeout and a walk. At the belt and fires. Right through there for a strike.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
The 1-2. And he'll make the catch. Ball game. And the Rays use 3 pitchers to combine for the shutout. So the Tampa Bay Rays off of the right foot here in this wild card series. They take game 1 in front of their home fans.
Yeah, and you could argue there's even more pressure on you as the home team in a 3-game series, but these fans definitely showed up for this one. They had an impact, Boog, and their guys took care of business.
And on the other side of things, it'll be an elimination game in this same atmosphere in game 2, so that will be quite a test to keep their season alive.
Yeah, no doubt.
Not a ton of offense to chat about as we look at the final numbers, but this was a good one.
Yeah, it was a low-scoring game, Boog, but sometimes those can be the best, especially this time of year.
A shutout in this one, 3-0 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long from Tampa Bay.
The final line score for our ball game tonight: